Okay. I feel like I'm always interrupting that song whenever it's playing on my starting soon screen. Anyway, what a way to open up, right? Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Xynthia. Welcome back to another live stream, and today I'm going to be playing a part 2 of the Honkai Star Rail 3.3 main Trailblaze quest. I'm not sure how many parts this will be in total. I think I said that yesterday as I was signing off, because the Amphorius quests on the whole have seemed to be a little more long. That's a weird way to say that. Have seemed longer than other story quests in the past, like the Penacony and the Sincho Lofu ones, so, you know. If I don't finish it today, I will probably be streaming again on Monday, because I'm busy Saturday and Sunday, so I won't be able to stream then, unfortunately. At least busy enough that I don't feel like I'll have time to. But, you know, maybe instead I'll crank out a couple of my short Genshin guides. And as you can see, Stream Elements bot is active, so you should be able to type exclamation point commands to find a list of commands. Yeah, that's it. So, with all that out of the way, I will swap over to Star Rail. Let's see. Okay, it looks like the sound is all working pretty great. Cool. Cool. Okay, so I know first thing I need to do, let me swap over there myself. First thing I need to do is claim my mail. Yeah. I was doing Galactic Baseballer last night. I think I have one more stage in that event before I'm done with it, which that'll be kind of nice. Legend of the Galactic Baseballer, Demon King. Yeah, I've already gotten to do the character selection and everything, so. Alrighty. So I need to switch my POV. How do I do that again? Ah, here we go. Yes, so let's go back to Hyacinth and continue our story quest. Okay, so I think Hyacinth, I'm going to put her in the team because I believe I get her as a...
Oh.
Shut your mouth. I think I get her as like a trial character, yeah. So I'm gonna put Sunday in the team instead, and then we'll put Hyacinth in here. I don't know if I want like triple
Professor
win.
Anaxa, it's time to put your theory into practice.
Alrighty, let's go.
All things are connected by origin and are made of the same essence.
I like how he's like talking to her. You know what, let's just have her out and about. She's a very cute character, like I love her outfit and her vibe. I just have other characters I want to prioritize, so I'm going to not pull for her. I did do 110 pull, but nothing happened, so... Oh well, alright, let's continue, let's go. Ah yes, little Ika.
This was where Professor Anaxa gave us the lesson.
The lesson? What does that
I
mean?
can still see that day in my mind.
Okay, flashback time.
And that was your last lesson in the Grove.
They were all students at the same time, I guess?
Now, each of you will head off on your own path. How much the Grove's teachings can help you in the real world depends on how well you can put knowledge into practice.
I like, imagine going to school and like you look like one of the NPCs, and then one of your classmates come to school in like torn white clothing, finance, and like half armor.
However,
like, oh,
heed this warning.
I'm not the main character,
If you
obviously.
ever do anything disgraceful out there, don't ever claim you were the student of Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages.
Oh, really?
Professor Anaxa, there are still other classes scheduled on the calendar. Are you sure you didn't?
Firstly, call me Professor Anaxagoras.
Wow, he's so particular about that. I love that he hates being called Anaxa, and then the game is like, your name is Anaxa, not
Secondly,
Anaxagoras.
to clarify, the last lesson means the last lesson I will teach you. I will be entering seclusion from today onwards to research ancient alchemy, and all my teaching activities will be put on hold.
So he's going to go into he's making himself a hermit, is what I'm hearing.
I see. So you're saying that the lessons taught by all the other teachers aren't good enough to be considered lessons?
Oh my gosh.
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a credit deduction. Fine enough IDs, Elysiae.
All you do every day is wag that sharp tongue of yours. That's a good line. That's a good line. I'm gonna have to put that into like a chat command or something. Aw.
I have nothing left to say. Next.
Please wait, Professor. According to the Grove's protocols for a cohort's final class, the lecturer should take some time in that lesson to discuss the students' post-graduation aspirations with them and guide them toward a solid path.
I have a feeling Hyacinth was one of those students who would always tell the teacher that, like, you didn't collect the homework.
Surely
I love
you
her,
can't
but
skip such
not
a
for that.
crucial step, Professor.
Like, I did my homework, you didn't collect the homework.
The teaching assistant, Miss Hyacinth, is truly Professor Anax's nemesis.
Fine. Since Xynthia insists on this, let's go through the process.
Yippee. Love when
Since some of you
love when
are
he does his
so
little smirk,
eager
it's
to
so
speak,
funny. With the character's
why don't
smirk
we
in this
start
game,
with
it's so
you,
funny to me, I don't know
Violet
why.
Of IDs, Elysiae. What is your post-graduation aspiration?
He's gonna say, like, to become the Crisis Heir of Strife.
Me? Well, it's not exactly an aspiration, but the only thing I want to do is to protect the people I care about.
Okay. A reasonable response
I
from
see.
him.
So you want to be a hero? How boring. Next.
I didn't say.
Oh, Castrus is just like, this is great. I love this.
You've been giggling for quite some time. How about you go next?
No fun is allowed in this classroom.
Perhaps my answer is a bit vague and meaningless, Professor Anaxagoras, but I hope the world can be freed from the agony of death, so that every living being may find calming peace.
It's like, okay. It reminds me of that, like, meme of, like, when the kids, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And then one of them talks about, like, the slow passage of time makes us go toward death, or I don't know, something like that. And then the kid below, it's like, that's my, or it's like, what do you fear? And I think that, and the kid after is like, this person.
How naive. So naive that it makes me want to weep for your fairy tale.
Okay, buddy.
This is why I don't want to follow those outdated protocols. All I get are boring answers.
He's like, didn't want to ask, didn't want to know.
Since you suggested this whole process, why don't you wrap this up, Xynthia?
There are only
Share
3
your
students. What
aspiration
about
with
the
everyone,
NPCs?
and
Let the
let's see if
NPCs
yours
talk.
stands out.
So it's finally my turn. Good thing I came prepared. My aspiration is nothing less than completing the final blank page at the end of the hero's epic.
Oh, really?
Page? An interesting description. Do explain, assistant.
I've read all of Amphorius's heroic epics while studying at the Grove, and a common thread came to my attention. Almost every epic ends with a description of the hero's achievements.
Oh.
But few mention how the everyday people of that time lived. No one recorded the struggles and suffering the commoners endured.
So she wants to do
you're
that.
saying that instead of legendary heroes, you're more focused on commoners living on the peripheries of historical records.
It's an interesting thing to focus
Perhaps
on.
I'm influenced by my background. My ancestor, Celiosi the Day Thunder Knight,
Ooh, we learned about her
raised
in
her
the
spear against
previous
the sky
live
and
stream.
ushered in the flame-chasing era that continues to this day. Her story is told to every child descended from the Skyfolk.
I don't remember what
We have no
context
doubts
we learned about her, but we
Celiosi's
did.
greatness, yet
Sometimes I
her
forget
towering
things, even if
figure
it was like 24
overshadowed
hours
every
ago.
record from that entire era.
Taya Era. I just have a feeling Hyacinth's voice actress, I haven't looked this up, but I feel like she's either British or Australian. Probably British, but
What about the Day Thunder Knight's family?
every once in a
allies,
while I get
and
like a hint of
friends?
an
What
accent
about the
coming through,
survivors and
which
those
is fine.
who died in the great battles? Whenever I think about their stories by the campfire, I realize the details of those legends have been long lost. and only Celiosi's name remains. Her brilliance had become as blinding as Aquila's, lording over everything on the ground. That's why I'm glad that my era does not lack heroes. All my ancestors had was a sad past. But I have a future I want to protect. Instead of becoming a hero and ushering in a golden Delzus to baptize the world anew, I want to stay in the backline and save all the ordinary humans from drowning in the rising waves.
Spoken like a true healer slash support character. You are a healer, Hyacinth, and that seems to be your personality too. Which is great. I love her for that,
I
but
wish not to return to the sky.
she's like, I just want to help people.
To walk
Of course you
among
do.
the masses on Earth. I believe it's the only way for the saga of creation to include a footnote for the everyday people in its blank page.
It's a nice aspiration to have. I bet an Axa was like, boring.
I'm getting embarrassed from remembering how I said all that. But my beliefs have never changed. Now I really have a chance to stay behind the hero's front line and realize my dream.
But you're also the Chrysos heir of Aquila, so like, keep that in mind. You're also a main character. Hyacinth?
Danny, what are you doing here?
I am the voice of Don Hung from this moment forward. for until further notice. I didn't expect to see you again in the Grove. Finan mentioned you were gearing up for the campaign against Aquila. Are you here to...
You guessed it. To reach Aquila's realm in the sky, descendants of the Sky People must perform a bloodline ceremony. Summon the spirits of our ancestors and get their blessings.
Interesting. I wonder what that will entail.
That's the only way for creatures on Earth to forge the Rainbow Bridge to the sky.
Rainbow Bridge.
And the soul of the first
Sounds
ancestor
whimsical.
I want to see is here in the Grove.
The Rainbow Bridge is essential to retrieve the core flame of Aquila, but undertaking such a vital ceremony alone is far too risky.
Don't worry. I have little Ika with me. You will protect me, won't you?
That fat little thing, I don't think can do much. Well, maybe it can. I don't know. I shouldn't doubt little Ika. This is literally the only reason I would pull for this character is little Ika. And I like Hyacinth overall as a character, but little Ika, I need this monstrosity of a Pegasus.
Good, Ika. Well, what brings you here, Danny?
I'm collecting as many myths and research about the Titans as I can. Everything about Emphorius is a valuable addition to our databank when I get back to the Astral Express.
Right. If all goes as planned, you and Gray will be able to go home after this mission, won't you?
Yes, and we're gonna leave you behind. No, I'm guessing, we'll leave, but we'll come back and visit, of course. Yes, assuming we can actually break the curse about the worlds beyond the sky. I have a feeling it's not going to be smooth sailing.
Oh? Could it be that you too have some kind of hidden powers to make prophecies now?
I mean, he's like a dragon. So that's cool. he has some special powers. That's not it, but I'm starting to question how real everything is after a conversation with a member of the Council of Elders. Doot doot.
No, I didn't understand that either, little Ika.
Don't worry about it. There's still a lot I don't understand, or there's a lot that I still don't understand.
Since we've already met up, why don't you come with me, Danny?
I was thinking the same thing. The Grove is fraught with danger right now, and an extra pair of hands translates to extra security. Many hands make slight work.
That's the
Let me
dependable
butcher every
express
saying I
guard
try
for
to
you.
use.
So, shall we get going?
Yes. Wait, can I also... I'm kind of curious if I can also put like a trial Don Hung. That's not what I wanted to look at. Okay, no, I can't. I was wondering, like, I have Don Hung already, but I was wondering if they'd give me like a trial version of Don Hung for the sake of it. Okay, I need to get down there. Okay, so I think I need to go this way. Let's go. Ooh, I can go even faster. We're
The
speedy.
is vibrating. There must be memories of an ancestor nearby.
Okay, sure. Why not? a box. What's this?
This is the divine object of the Sky People, the Chroma Coffer. Our ancestors dictated that when a descendant of the Skyfolk is ready to challenge Aquila again, they must first awaken the spirits of their ancestors with the Chroma Coffer and receive their benediction.
Interesting. Must first awaken the spirit. Okay.
Only after this can the chosen Skyfolk reascend to the heavens.
So she needs to consult her ancestors first. Is it to prevent those who are not qualified from pointlessly losing their lives?
Very prudent, wouldn't you say? The soul of an ancestor slumbers here. Now, I will awaken them.
Right. Because it's so easy, I guess. Doot. Should I just say doot every time Little Ika talks? I feel like that's funny.
I am Xynthia
I could
from
also
Twilight
Courtyard.
Make
the noise.
a descendant
but I
of
won't
the
do that.
sky
I did that
who
last
has
time and it
inherited
was
the duty of flame
something.
chase. The time has come to fulfill our clan's destiny. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
What? Oh. Is this supposed to be like I can leave now if I want? I don't really understand that, but I'll say, listen carefully to Hyacinth talk with the ancestor. Or maybe I can also just not listen in and skip it. I don't know what that...
Who has awakened me?
Okay, Grandpa.
It's I, Xynthia, a descendant of the Sky People. I apologize for interrupting your slumber.
I do think it's interesting that all the Chrysos heirs have like a name they're called, and then they have like their full name.
You
With
are
like the exception of Aglaya.
Lord Crispus, aren't you?
Crispus.
I
I was eating some Crispuses earlier, but then I mean chips.
You were a righteous judge who vindicated many who were wrongfully accused.
I never imagined someone in this era would still remember my name. So, our bloodline and duty have continued to this distant age.
Indeed, it has. I have awakened you in the hope of receiving your blessing. For the flame chase journey is nearing its perfect conclusion. And retrieving the core flame of Aquila is the final challenge the heroes will face.
Perfect conclusion. Hi, Xynthia. You look very young. And you do not have the bearings of a warrior who can contend with a titan.
Really? You're gonna throw that at her? You don't look like you can contend with a Titan. Don't underestimate her and Little Ika.
How can you
No.
convince me that this blessing will not turn into a curse, leading a child like you to your demise?
1,000 years ago, Seliosi, who conquered the skies, left behind legends and a will, entrusting the mission to return the Sky Titan's core flame to her descendants. To people like you and me, though I'm not a warrior, I will not turn away from the mission that has flowed through our blood for 1,000 years. And I am not fighting alone. I have the strongest and most tenacious companions in the world. Amphorius is in an era brimming with heroes.
Yeah, she's not fighting
burden of
alone.
retrieving
She has all the
Titan's
other
flame no longer rests solely
all the
on
other
shoulders
Chrysos heirs who are
of the
currently
Sky
alive and not dead. What was that? Like, why is he moaning? Groaning.
I now wield the power of healing. I aim to mend the fissures in the sky and heal the wounds of the people. I desire to define the mission of the Skyfolk in my own terms. To conclude the vigil that has spanned millennia.
I sense resilience in your words. Not an outward resilience, but something deeper within. Receive my
You gotta have
blessings,
resilience if you want
young
to take on this journey, I think.
Xynthia. May you gain wings to return to the sky via the bridge
Receive
of
my
rainbows.
blessings. So can she fly now? Or what? Or does she have to consult multiple
Thank you
ancestors?
for your trust, Lord Crispus. We won't let you down.
Well done, Hyacin.
Thank you. My ancestors were all pretty strong-willed people. It won't be easy convincing them. I've run through these upcoming conversations in my head more times than I can count.
Looks like your efforts paid off.
Now, the next ancestor on the list. Her spirit is set to rest in the vortex of Genesis. Pity that the ceremony has to be performed in strict order. Shall we head back to Akuma together, Danny?
Why not? The vortex of Genesis, huh? I have a suggestion. Remember how you suggested that I learn the secret arts of water from Fagusa's priests? I've been practicing that in my spare time and made some progress. Now, as long as I have spirit water with me, I can use those techniques to carve a path directly to the vortex of Genesis. That's my boy.
I remember. I didn't expect you to keep at it this long. That's so like you, Danny.
Compared to the currents of my home, the waters of Emphorius are rather untamed. Subduing the waters wasn't easy, but I've gotten the hang of it now. That's wonderful.
That makes sense. Fagusa was always described as a fickle titan in the myths.
How about he takes over Fagus? It's horrifying. He can manipulate the water in his dragon form.
Since you're offering, then let me put your skills to the test, Danny.
The spirit water gate formed with this technique isn't as stable as a ritual basin. It'll likely only let one person through. And as Fagusa's priests designed it, the entrance serves as the exit. You'll need to come back through the vortex once you've met your ancestor's spirit. Little Ika and I will be here waiting. Oh no, little Ika!
Got it. I'm counting on you, Danny.
It's like, let's save some time, but we're not going to be there with you. Do your thing, Don Hung. Under the raucous steps of their frenzied dance, the roar of celebration hides the world's heartbeat. Spirit water, reveal the way. Go, my boy. We didn't get to see it. Like, have I at least seen him do it?
Vortex
That would have been
of
fun.
Genesis. Unbelievable. Danny is full of surprises.
He really is.
But this does feel way more disorienting than the ritual basin. Wait, is Lady Treepy here too? And who is that next to her?
Oh, she never met. I guess maybe not, never met. Cypher?
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Do you have to go already, Syphy? It's been ages since you were last in Akuma. You could have taken some time to rest, and we could have caught up.
That's alright, big sister Treevy. I've gotten used to life on the road. Staying in this bustling city actually feels off. Besides, your prize student gave me an incredibly tough mission to handle.
Cut Snowy some slack, Syphy. He's still so young, yet he's shouldering all the responsibilities Aggie left behind. Besides,
He's doing his best.
Snowy's not the kind to ask for help lightly. Since he came to you, it means you're the best person for the job.
You really spoil him, big sis Treevy.
Guess I'm past the age for someone to look after me.
Her imitating like an old person voice.
Syphy.
Just kidding. I get it. That deliverer boy does have a certain charisma about him. It reminds me of Aglaya in her prime. Anyway, I'm about to head out. Oh, big sis Treevy. Before I go, got a little gift for you.
Ooh.
Well, didn't expect you to be so thoughtful. What's in it?
That's a part of the game too. If you want to see the full picture of what's inside, you'll have to wait until nightfall.
Interesting.
A gift with a mysterious twist? Seriously?
Huh? Looks like we have company.
Lady Treeby, and this graceful lady must be Miss Cypher. I'm Xynthia from the Twilight Courtyard. Everyone calls me Hyacinth. Pleased to meet you.
Bright and cheery as a lamp.
And she is.
Well, hello there, pink child. I'm Cyphera from the long-fallen city-state of Dolos. As for the rest, It's all in the history books, so I don't need to repeat it here. So, you're from the Twilight Courtyard. Does that mean...
Yes, I'm a descendant of the Sky People. The Chrysos heir about to take over the authority of Sky.
It's a lot of weight to put on her, you know, because the Sky Titan's kind of a big deal, it seems.
Whoa! That's unexpected. I figured Celiosi's descendant would be, I don't know, taller, stronger.
That's what the ancestor dude was saying to Crispus. It's like, okay.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Syphe. Zinni is a master of her craft. She's the most skilled and dependable physician in all of Amphorius. Don't worry, Lady Cypher. I may not be as strong and warlike as Lady Celiosi from 1,000 years ago, but I'm confident I can carry out the mission of the Skyfolk.
All this talk about missions, you're making it sound way too serious. You've got to look out for yourself, girl. Don't push yourself too hard. I'd hate to see that cute face all scratched out by Aquila's claws.
Well, I guess that's nice of her, in her own way.
Syphe cracking jokes. Looks like you haven't forgotten what Aggie said all those years ago.
Anyway, I've got a mission to handle, so I'll get going.
And now she's talking about a mission.
Good luck, Miss Hyacinth. And if things get tough, just let that deliverer take the lead.
Cypher uses the Coin of Whimsy's ability and teleports away from the vortex. I guess that's one way to leave.
Miss Cypher is in such a hurry. Don't worry. She's always been like that. It's good to have her back in Ankama lending a hand. Well, enough about her for now. You're here because of your mission, aren't you, Zinni? It's the perfect opportunity for me to go and tuck Syphe's gift away somewhere safe. The Vortex of Genesis is all yours.
Alrighty, so now I need to search for an ancestral ghost.
I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
Converse with the ancestor. Oh, I guess I can skip the narration. Why would I do that? I'm sorry. I want to know the lore, actually.
Child, what brings you before me?
This lady looks
Could
cool.
it be
Even if she is an NPC.
you're a descendant of the Sky People?
Yes, I am Xynthia of the Twilight Courtyard, the successor of the Sky People's flame chase duty. You must be General Ectra. Legend has it that during the Chrysos War,
General
you
Ectra.
led our people to ally with Akama and held back the Kremnoan forces. It was your victory that earned the Sky People a place in the Holy City.
Hiya, Xynthia. You seem well versed in our clan's history. And this is the Vortex of Genesis?
It is. Look, 10 stars have already been lit. The Chrysos heir's flame chase journey is nearing its end.
Are those the core flames of Fagusa and Giorios?
I want to know who the... Because we haven't seen any glimpses of the Chrysos heir for Giorios. Fagusa was Hylicin's, right? And we've seen her buff, like her look appear, like her buffs appear in Divergent Universe, so we can at least surmise what she looks like, and we've heard tales of her. And then recently they've added, what's her name? Not Sirene, sorry, I don't ever remember how they want to pronounce that name. It was similar. All the characters have such similar names. Like, you have like Hyacinth, Sirene, and then like another Hylicins, and then there's like another one. I don't remember, but her buff also appeared in Divergent Universe's patch. But I believe she's gonna be the Chrysos heir of Talantin, the judge, or like, is it Justice, I think? It makes sense. It made sense to me. Like, me and my friend were talking about it earlier, and we thought that was likely. But we haven't seen anything about Giorios.
Does that mean Hycelans and the Mountain Dwellers successfully carried out their duty?
Mountain Dweller.
As fellow pillars
What does that
of
mean?
Amphorius, who would have thought that Sky's duty could only be fulfilled after 1,000 years?
Oh, is that the portal that Don Hung created?
It's because Sky shelters all beneath it. If it were to shatter, the world would fall apart with it. That's why Lady Aglaya made the core flame of Aquila the final step in our campaign.
Aglaya? Is she still on the flame chase journey after 1,000 years?
Well, not anymore.
Fortunately, she has recently left us. But you're right. She was indeed still guiding the Chrysos heirs forward.
Incredible. That girl actually managed to endure the merciless erosion of time. And lasted for so long.
Yeah.
Answer me, Xynthia.
I mean, she was feeling the
Since
effects
you
of it after a
recognize
while,
me,
and was acknowledging
you must have
it.
also read my writings, no?
Every record regarding my lineage is etched in my memory, including your words.
She's very knowledgeable.
In that case, you're probably aware of the prophecy I sought from a certain Trebios.
Yes. At the end of the Rainbow Bridge, the Sky Folk will mend dusk and dawn. But unfortunately, no ancestor has ever been able to truly decipher its meaning.
I wonder what it does mean.
I see. Yet, Trebios's prophecies never fail. Perhaps you'll be the one to witness its fulfillment, child. May the prophecy lead you to a gentle fate.
Thank you, Lady Ectra. Whatever fate the prophecy holds, I'll face it head on.
I wonder what it does
By
mean.
giving everything we have,
Will mend
we can
dawn and
truly
dusk.
accept any outcome with a smile.
Is it mending,
Will you
like,
agree?
the Titans' like refusal to let people leave Emphorius, and like the people's desire to see the world beyond, or like maybe mending today and tomorrow sort of deal? Like, I know that sounds very like philosophical, metaphorical, like complex in the mind sort of stuff, but you know, there's the world of today where everyone is like dying and trying to accomplish the flame chase journey, in the world of tomorrow where I assume everything is better and they've like completed their mission. I don't know.
I like you, child. I wish this conversation could go on a little longer.
Aw.
Take my blessing, Xynthia.
It's easy.
When I
She's
first
just a nice
saw
person,
you,
so people
I
want to
indeed
give
had
her their
my
blessing.
doubts.
I kind of wonder if one of them will refuse to
But
give
your
her their
resolve
blessing,
has
and then she'll have
touched
to
me.
like earn it in
If
some way.
Sky's divinity is fated to pass on, I hope it incorporates your optimism and kindness.
Your blessing is a treasure beyond measure, General. Rest well. I'll make sure your gift is put to its best use.
Maybe I do want Hyacinth now.
General Ectra is...
I do want Hyacinth. I feel like she's a
From how
rerun
the
character for
records
me.
Described her. She's quite a gentle person.
Mainly because I pulled for Mighty, Castris, and Anaxa all back to back, and I just feel like I can't do it anymore. And also, if I do want Finan, which I still low-key think I do want Finan, maybe I need a save.
Alright. Time to head back to the Grove.
Because I think he's next
Shouldn't
batch.
keep Danny and little Ika waiting.
Let's go. We went back through the portal. You're back. How did it go?
It went great. Your spirit water art was a huge help, Danny.
Do you mind sharing what your ancestor's spirit said to you? Hyacinth recounts her conversation with General Ectra to Don Hung.
What's wrong, Danny?
Nothing. Sounds like everything went smoothly. It's just, I'm a bit concerned about the prophecy you mentioned. At the end of the Rainbow's Bridge, the Skyfolk will mend dusk and dawn. I can somehow sense a hint of sadness in those brief words.
You've always been a bit of a sensitive soul, haven't you, Danny?
Aw,
Lady
he's
Trina deciphers
he's the
countless
best!
prophecies every day, and this one's just another among many. Don't worry too much about it.
A sensitive soul. He's a kind boy. I hope so.
Come on, Danny. Don't look so gloomy.
That's
We're
just
gonna
how he
have to take
looks.
a long trip for the final visit to the ancestors.
Where are we going?
Our final stop is Lord Mighty's home, Castrum Kremnos.
I wonder why. Are we gonna see him there then? Mayhaps?
We're here. This is it.
Because this is where he's been fighting off the Black Tide. Maybe we see him like, hey, You've been resurrected for the 100th time, huh? Castrum Kremnos.
Lord Mighty has been fighting the Black Tide here, alone day after day. I'm worried about him.
Does he need to eat? Because, like, obviously he can die and come back to life, so does he just, like... Maybe he, like, comes back before... He, like, dies and comes back before he has a chance to feel, like, starved or anything. But I'm like... Can he, like, starve to death, too? Or, like, would he let himself do that? I don't know. Is he eating? He sent a message earlier, carried by thunder, warning us to watch out for the Flame Reaver's actions.
That means he hasn't been consumed by the Black Tide's madness yet.
I sure hope not.
We're here
Bro,
to
come back to
complete an
us.
important mission. We shouldn't interfere with this battlefield. Don't you agree, Danny?
I agree.
There. That sleeping spirit is my grandmother.
Her grandmother. Your grandmother?
Yes. My grandmother, Xynthia, was a warrior. She
Xynthia.
represented the Twilight Courtyard in the Kremnos Festival.
Mmm.
She fought her way through every challenge and reached the final stage of the Kremnos Festival. She was just one step away from securing a peace treaty for the Skyfolk, but was ultimately defeated by the champion warrior of that time. I've never looked too deeply into the details of such ritualistic violence. The scroll was simply described it as a glorious duel. But behind the glorious duel was a tragic end. Not long after the festival, my grandmother's injuries worsened, and she passed away far from home.
That's sad.
This prophecy tablet was left here by the Kremnoans to honor her final wish.
Well, at least they did that for
Her
her.
death marked the final collapse of the Twilight Courtyard, already fragile under the shadow of war.
And the Kremnoan warrior she fought against.
Was Lord Gradaros.
Interesting. Yet you still saved his life, even though he took your family.
Seeing him lying there, gravely wounded, bleeding out, I can't put what I felt at that moment into words.
It's probably a lot. It's probably there's this desire to help him, but also like this, like, haha, you got what you deserved moment.
When I heard Lord Gradaros took that fatal blow to protect Lady Trianne, all those tangled feelings faded away.
At the end of the day, he's just human too, right?
To quote Lord Finan, Gradaros must have done that to become a better man.
It takes true courage to forgive. You're every bit as strong as your ancestors, Hyacinth.
You're getting better at this, Danny. In her final diary entry, my grandmother wrote that when the moment of destiny comes, a descendant of the Sky People would deliver the message of their departure to her spirit. I wonder what she'd think when the one awaking her turns out to be her beloved granddaughter. I will join the heroes of the prophecy to return to the sky and retrieve the core flame. Ancestor, please bestow upon me your generous blessing.
It's like Hyacinth and Don Hung hanging out, all to make Don Hung better at talking to people. Like she's helping him be less withdrawn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him being more withdrawn and reserved, but... Alright, listen carefully to Hyacinth talk with her grandmother. Xynthia.
Is this the world of the living? Wait. You. Could you be?
Grandmother, it's me. You're Xynthia.
Xynthia, my little hummingbird. Why?
Oh, that's cute.
How? Why is it you who awakened me?
Because I'm going to take over the core flame of Aquila.
I have never imagined this.
Of the sky.
I thought I would feel happy for all my ancestors when this day came, but now I can't even experience the joy of seeing you again.
Do you remember that you and Father took me to my very first sky rite when I was 8? Back then, you wanted me to pick one accessory out of 4. The sun crown representing nobility, the storm bracelet symbolizing strength, the ice ring embodying wisdom, and the radiant pendant signifying kindness. Grandmother, do you remember the one I chose?
You
This is
spoke
sweet.
an innocent little prayer, infusing a faint thread of light to that modest pendant.
Yes, and I remember how surprised you were. In all those centuries, no other child of the Sky People had ever made the same choice I did.
But I feel like choosing kindness is just the way to go, you know?
Hi, Xynthia. There was a time when I thought you were a timid child. You never had
There's
much
nothing wrong
interest
with
in
being a
sword
little
to
bit
battle,
timid,
and
just as long as you
had
don't
no
like
relation to
completely
that
refuse to speak
fiery
to people.
determination and
feel like.
strength in our blood.
But even then, I know people have their different reasons for being the ways they are, so, you know, no judgment here.
Yet I've told myself, that's not a bad thing. If my hummingbird could live her life in kindness and optimism, then it'd be a good thing. I never
That's sweet.
thought the burden of retrieving the core flame of Aquila would fall to you.
Well, I wonder what
Don't
what
worry about
else
me,
the
Grandma.
trial for her would
I
be.
believe what makes someone a Skyfolk isn't just outstanding strength, but the capacity to shape the world. When the world cried out for a hero to challenge the gods 1,000 years ago, Zeliosi stepped forward and began the flame-chasing era. And now, as the flame chase journey nears its end, this broken world is crying out for something else. Healing.
And that's what she can do because she's a healer, remember? That's
Isn't
literally
it
her kit.
Poetic. A saga that spans 1,000 years began with Sky and will also end with Sky.
How beautiful.
You're still
But don't they
as
still need to retrieve the
optimistic
core
as
flame
ever,
of Kefali?
just like when you were a kid.
Because they talk about, like, oh, the Sky Titan's the last one, but they don't think they've actually retrieved the core flame of Kefali yet either. So they still need to do that.
If your mind is set, Xynthia, then carry your resolve through to the very end. Return to the sky with my blessing, and watch over this world on the threshold of salvation.
Grandmother, thank you. But I have one last request.
And what's
Speak,
that?
Xynthia. We should still have some time.
Before you go, could you tell me the tale of the Sky Hero once more? Just like you used to.
I guess maybe the option to skip these is that because they're not entirely necessary to the plot, but I feel like it adds something to, like, both Hyacinth as a character and, like, the lore of the Sky People.
Then listen closely, my dearest hummingbird. After all, this will be the last time.
Aw.
For
How sweet.
millennia, the Titans waged relentless wars, leaving the world scarred and ravaged. A century of the Chrysos War plunged the nations into chaos and decay until a spear, fueled by mortal rage, pierced through the smoke and flames that buried the prophecy of
Am I supposed to be
deliverance.
looking at something? Or is it supposed to be a black screen?
Aquila,
Oh, there we go.
the celestial sheeper, the 100-eyed divine bird crowned with the blazing sun and wielding thunder.
Oh.
Those struck blind in 99 eyes by Nikador, they kept one eye glaring at the children of Twilight.
Is that what Aquila is
who
supposed to look like?
received
That entity
divine
above?
blessing, yet turned their weapons against the gods. The Chrysos heir of the sky, Seliosi, the Day Thunder Knight, ascended the forbidden lands of the Eye of Twilight at dusk, clad in wings.
She looks cool.
To her left was the lion-headed Solibus the Sunlit Wings, whose roars breathed divine flames and scorched the world. To her right was the horse-bodied Lunibus, the Moonlit Plume, whose graceful steps trampled the stars in the heavens. The one warrior and her two beasts challenged the ruler of the sky, determined to seize the divine core flame through plunder.
It's a nice
The
story.
Titans' every roar summoned
Don't really have much to say.
and their
Just
every
gonna listen.
movement stirred cyclones. The wounded Titan's blood poured down.
But if that is
boiling
Aquila, that's, like,
rain
above,
upon the
like, up at the
world
top
and
there with, like, the
converged
one big
into
eye.
Scalding torrents
That thing's scary. Oh, it's a creepy looking titan.
In the final moments of battle, the sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame, while the moonlit plume sealed the divine body. The battered hero of the sky, with her wings broken and her body covered in wounds, struggled to lift her spear and pierced the last monstrous eye.
Get it, girl.
The Titan's divine body crashed to the ground, and with it, the sky tore apart like fabric.
The sky is fake.
With its god.
Scaramouche, is that you?
Armies of mortals urged the hero of the sky to rise again. Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, the first of the Chrysos heirs to slay a god in this world, charged into the crumbling body of Aquila with her two fearless winged companions.
So Solabus and Lunabus were companions, but now we can fight them as bosses to collect materials.
Only to leave behind a powerful message for the world. My descendants will be blessed and cross the Rainbow Bridge back to the sky. At the end of the prophecy of Genesis, they will reclaim the core flame from my hands.
From her hands, but what does that mean? Oh, we're Trailblazer again. A few days later at Dawncloud. We just skip time like it's no one's business.
Today's the day.
Wow, I didn't expect it to be so lively up here. Are these people here to send off the Chrysos heirs?
There's Vinan. Let's go talk to him.
Vinan! Okay, we don't have Hyacinth with us anymore, but that's okay. We're still going. Hey,
I
Vinan.
know this is a big ask, Namazune. I hope you understand.
Please don't say that, Lord Finan. It's an honor for us to be
Dr.
entrusted
Ratio
with this
as
task.
a woman? Just kidding. It's just the color scheme is familiar, you know?
Go then. Let's hope our concerns don't come true.
I hope you all return safely, my lord.
Finan! Are you here to retrieve the core flame of
There
Kefali?
you are, partner. You
The
didn't
world-bearing
oversleep this
titan.
time, did you?
Maybe a little bit. Well, maybe I'll go back and grab a quick nap.
Since you're here, make yourself comfortable. You can take a nap while we're waiting for everyone else.
I'm kidding, Finan.
Ready, comrade? If all goes
Comrade?
according to plan,
Bro thinks
this
he's
could be the
Tartaglia.
last battle where we fight at each other's side. If the curse
Don't
separating him
die!
from the world beyond the sky is truly Aquila's doing, then you'll be able to return home after their fall.
Insincerely, I'll miss you all. That's assuming we can fix the car. A day on the ground feels like 10 years in the sky.
Really? That's the first time I've heard that.
She just makes things up. Don't take it too seriously.
That's assuming we can fix the car.
Sorry, I'm no help there.
Don't worry. Don Hung mentioned that Counselor Lygus can help you with that.
Can he, though? Will he? I'll miss you all.
You sound a little insincere there, buddy.
That was totally insincere, partner.
Aren't I supposed to be reincarnating as a titan?
That would be a problem. We'll need to get you home before Aranova. Let's leave the emotional goodbyes for later. That'll give us
I
some
mean,
time
mine
to
wasn't
figure
very
out what we
emotional.
should be
Apparently, I
feeling
was
at
being
that time.
insincere.
Besides, when we were playing the Seal Slammers, that bumping seal game, didn't you teach me something back then?
Wait, they're actually gonna bring up an event?
Crack the champagne at halftime to watch victory slip away.
Well, it's 10 out of 12 time now. We could totally open up the champagne. We'll win, dear fellow.
The last mile is the hardest. That's from Don Hung. Same principle, just more elegantly put.
What? Come on. What do you mean more elegantly put? I feel like Don Hung is like probably one of the more verbose people with the best words on this planet. And smart too.
Speaking of Dunhung, where is he?
He was hoping
He
Hyacinth,
arrived
but
before everyone else and climbed to the cliff top to wait for us. He's probably not keen on being the center of attention.
definitely not.
Lord Finan, please make sure you all come back safely.
Please defeat the indifferent Eye of Twilight and restore compassionate sky to Enforius.
Thank you all for your blessings. Rest assured, we're fully prepared.
Or as prepared as we can be.
But I'm not the main attraction today. Please don't hesitate to cheer for Miss Hyacinth when she arrives.
Aw, cute.
Miss Hyacinth, the chosen daughter of the sky.
Because she's the last
pride
one.
of the Twilight Courtyard.
She's not just the pride of Akuma, but all of Amphorius as well. And furthermore, while the Flame Chase journey is led by the Chrysos heirs, it's not just those chosen by Aglaya who contributed to it.
True.
Let's extend our gratitude to the 2 warriors of the Outlands who bravely stepped up and risked their lives for those they've never met.
Hero, your saga will be chronicled in epics and celebrated across the New World.
Warrior from the Outlands, endowed with the might of Orynyx, the vanguard of deliverance.
I'm a little embarrassed, my dude. Quite the flatterer, aren't you?
After all this time, you should know when I'm just being polite and when I'm genuinely speaking from the heart.
Okay, yeah, that makes me happy.
That praise was heartfelt, partner. Had I not trusted my instincts and put my faith in you and Don Hung, it's hard to imagine what might have become of The guest of honor has arrived.
Okay, I guess we're gonna focus on Hyacinth now. And not whatever we have going on between us. She's so cute. Wait, I just thought of this. So, you know, I'm playing Infinity Nikki. I feel like she would be I think she'd be kind of an easy character to try and recreate in Infinity Nikki. Sorry, that's just random.
People of Akuma, I've been blessed by the ancestors of the Sky People. They have agreed to bestow the 1,000-year mission.
If I can find the right
and to have me
outfit
claim the
pieces to
fourth flame
color.
of Aquila. Today is the year 4,932 of the light calendar. 1,062 years since the hero Seliosi initiated the Flame Chase journey.
She knows. She's like,
Xynthia
actually,
of the
she's
Sky
kind of a
People,
nerd.
and
I love
prepared
that
to
for her.
lead the children of humanity back to the sky.
History doesn't breathe evenly. At times, it suspends its breath for millennia, as though time is frozen. At other times, it pants rapidly, as if poised to topple the world and our civilization in an instant. Its hurried gasps have sparked a tempest, sweeping all of us along. Hyacinth, as an observer, you've witnessed the return of 4 core flames. And now, it's your turn to fulfill your duty. Please, guide us into the heart of the storm as the executioner of this mission.
Pave the rainbow bridge to Aquila once more. You got this, girl. Don't let the pressure get to you. Okay, I guess we have to climb now. Sorry, I don't have Hyacinth, but I have the next best thing. A dead man. So let's go. No one ask any questions about that, okay? Ascend. Again! I don't play Marvel Rivals, by the way. I just watch people play it, so that's why I know what that is. I know what that's from. Alright, let's keep going. Let's go very fast. They're saying stuff. I don't really want to listen, though. And sometimes I listen to what the NPCs are saying, but sometimes it's not that important. Oh. Wrong button. Let's go. Space anchor pinned. Wait, had I not unlocked this one yet?
Thanks for waiting, Dunhung.
He's just chilling.
The team tasked with conquering Aquila has finally assembled.
Hello. We've reshaped the history of the world with our hands over and over. I bet this trailblazing expedition could even make Akavili jealous. We'll go home as soon as this battle finishes. Such an exciting adventure. March is gonna be crying with jealousy. This trailblazing expedition is about to end perfectly. I'll just say we'll go home as soon as this battle finishes.
So full of energy, comrades. Seems I chose the perfect day. Hyacin, it's all yours now.
You got this, girl.
Legend tells of the Skyfolk once divided into many tribes.
She's got the blessings of her ancestors, so surely this will all turn out
Sunfolk
just
worship
fine,
the
and there
sun.
won't be any issues.
The Rainfolk were devoted to storms, and the Winterfolk waited for signs in the snow. Our ancestors lived under Aquila's light, yet they were blinded to all but one color. They forgot that the light that illuminates the world is made of countless different colors. That's why the rainbow is my favorite. For not only does it reflect
She likes
many
the
colors,
rainbow.
it is also a bridge. And I want to use the rainbow bridge to link everyone's hearts and give hope to every soul on Earth.
She's gonna make them all gay. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Ancestors, with the rainbow as your guide, lead me back to the home of the Skyfolk, a land we have not seen for 1,000 years.
Ooh, cutscene. Let's go. I love cutscene moment.
Oh, Rainbow Bridge, please guide us to ascend to the skies once more.
Oh, why is it loud? Oh well. That's cool. Ooh. She did it.
Let us soar together.
That was cool. Not gonna lie, that was kind of puggers. I won't say it ever again. Okay. I was like, black screen? Why are they telling me about my...
Flying along the rainbow
Don't tell
bridge
me
is
about my
truly an
husband who was left
amazing
for the war.
experience.
Wow.
The Eye of Twilight. It's the legendary sky fortress of Aquila. I never imagined that one day I'd be able to step foot on it.
Life is just
My
full of
ancestors
surprises.
once built a magnificent civilization among the heavens. The Eye of Twilight, which we are standing on, is the home of Aquila and the heart of the city-state in the clouds. This must be where the hero Seliosi stood when she challenged Aquila and began the first step of the flame chase journey. We are here to end the journey she began.
Do you believe in legends? It's our turn to challenge the Titan.
Yes, what we must do will not change, no matter how much of the legends are true.
According to historical records, the civilization that worshipped Aquila once mastered advanced technology, which made their strategically located Sky Castrum the only force that could face Castrum Kremnos head-on in the Chrysos War.
Oh, I
But
see.
they were divided within. The frequent wars started by the Chrysos heirs drained their power, especially after the prophecy descended. In the end, they had to hide among the clouds, far from the conflicts raging below.
Apparently, the division was between the two most important sky tribes, the Sunfolk and the Rainfolk. And Celiosi's
There's so many
frustration
different,
towards the endless strife
like,
among her
people
made her
within
turn her
one
spear towards
city-state.
the Titan above.
And Celiosi's frustration toward the endless strife among her people made her turn her spear toward his Titan above. Was her attack really that high? Where did she go in the end?
After driving the enraged Titan to the brink of defeat with her two winged companions, they all vanished somewhere in the sky. Her courage was unparalleled.
So is she Aquila right now? Like, is Aquila actually Celiosi? Kind of like what we've seen with like all the reincarnation stuff. Because it said something about like the people would return to retrieve the core flame from her. So either she has the core flame, And Aquala's still alive, or she's technically Aquila, like, they're the same.
Yet she still could not end Aquila, nor bring back the core flame of Sky.
Okay.
Some say
So she didn't
she
actually
sealed the
defeat
wrath
Aquila
of the
fully.
god within
She did not
herself,
kill Aquila.
trapping them deep within the Eye of Twilight to support
Actually, I'm
the
not
heavens
monetized.
of
I can say kill.
Anavorius
That's fine.
forever.
In other words, she became one with the Titan. I would have considered it a fairy tale, but after seeing what happened with Professor Anaxa, not anymore.
She became one with Titan. Okay, so we're gonna have to fight, like, her / Aquila.
As that Titan and that fused hero been looking down on the world from here for 1,000 years?
Okay, the one thing I want to do is if we are gonna go into battle against a Titan soon, I think I want a slightly different team. This team is fine. The only thing is Lynx is kind of underbuilt. I'm just gonna go with this team because my mighty team is kind of ridiculously overpowered. Let's just be mighty. Mainly because it's mighty. That's why it's overpowered. But like Sunday, yeah. I don't know. Sunday's really good support.
It's been
so quiet here.
long. Maybe the Eye of Twilight has already turned into ruins.
You may have it. Consider it your reward.
Thank you, my guy. What's this?
Something's not right.
Why does it look like super
I can
digitally?
kind of feel how big and empty this place is. But all I can see is darkness.
Looks like a digital screen is before them. What's on the other side of this?
Maybe it's the celestial mural. The Sky City believes that mural to be connected to Amphorius' sky. And any weather condition depicted on it will become actual weather. The mural would reflect Aquila's shifting mood, like clear skies, fog, snow, or thunderstorms. The sky priests would gather here during peaceful times and pray to the god for warm breezes and good harvests. To put it in words that Gray and Danny would understand, just think of it as a massive screen.
Oh, okay. Got it. Aquila's theme park.
In any case,
what's the
exploring
appropriate
dark
resolution?
is never a good option. If we could light up the mural, it might just provide us with the light needed to move forward.
Huh, I wonder
Really
what we have to do
conspicuous device
next.
might be part of the ritual. Let's go take a look. It's dark, so watch your feet.
Don't trip. I would. Listen to the Titan's echoes. Maybe another time. I need to go around and explore everything in Amphorius at some point. Open the celestial globe. How about it? Got any leads?
I have no idea how to turn it on. If only we had help from the wisdom of those who came before us. That's it. I almost forgot. Gray, Memi, can I borrow your powers?
Leave it to the demigod of time.
Got it! We just need to find the scattered memory nearby, right? That's simple. Give me a little time. Feel the flow of time. Over there.
Dr. Ratio? I can't do that every single time I see, like,
And over there.
people vaguely resembling him.
Done. There haven't been many people for a while, so the traces of time are super obvious.
I knew you could do it, Memi. You are a huge help.
Thanks, ma'am. It is interesting that this is, like, Greek mythology and, like, but, like, Ratio is based on, like, Roman, ancient Rome. Okay, past rain folk.
Arrogant sunfolk. The Titan will condemn your brazen disrespect. But
I'm sure the Sunfolk feel the same way about you.
You that shape the sky. Why do you avoid the pursuit of dark clouds? Are not clear skies and stormy rains equally your creations? The Sunborn see your behavior as an act of favoritism towards them. And weaponize this reason to oppress my people.
Really? Let me hear the other side of the story as well.
The rainfolk will not suffer in silence. Oh God. If you remain silent, we shall have to forge our own weapons and resist the malice concealed under your brilliance. May the Eye of Twilight never open. and may torrid rains descend forever.
Avoid the pursuit of dark clouds. Aquila doesn't like rainstorms. It seems a little hard to believe. But we should write this clue down first.
Maybe they would explain why it's like never rained and it's never nighttime in Amphorius. Hello, past Sunfolk.
Foolish rainfolk. The great Aquila has already left a mark of their manifestation on the golden clouds. The gods' choice is clear. Only we, the Sunborn, are the true heirs of the sky.
So they are kind of arrogant, aren't they?
This war is destined to end in the victory of the Sunfolk. May the Eye of Twilight never close. May eternal daylight embrace the land.
Left a mark among the golden clouds.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Is this referring to the celestial mural? But we can't see anything right now.
I wonder what it looked like back then.
It is, as the rumors said. The Sky Castrum was far from united.
My guess was right. This venue is indeed where celestial rituals were performed. Memi, can you retrieve even more memories?
No problem at all. Here goes. There we are.
Another
Wind,
one.
Snow, rain, shine. In the name of the sky's 100 eyes, I bring celestial phenomena upon the world.
What does
The
celestial
turn of
phenomena
dawn
mean?
into dusk, commanding the celestial globe.
Oh, I wonder if mending... Didn't it say something about, like, mending dawn and dusk? Maybe it has something to do, like, of mending the rift between the rain folk and the sun folk. Or just, like, the sky folk in general.
Awaken, celestial mural.
Stop, foolish Cloudborn! How dare you tamper with the celestial globe and distort the weather? This is blasphemy!
The Titan bequeathed the celestial globe to our ancestors.
It's not...
So that we could divide the
The
light
voice
and
of
dark
the
equally between
Sunfolk
day
sounds
and
vaguely
night.
familiar, but I don't think it's
So
who
that all
I
things
thought it
could
was
grow
for a
beneath
second
the
there.
celestial phenomenon they preferred. But the Sunborn have asserted control over the celestial mural. And now the days are endless, subjecting the land to drought and burning. And you have the gall to accuse the Rainfolk, who you've oppressed.
The land? It is our eternal nemesis.
Yeah, when he yells, it kind of sounds like Ian Sinclair, but I know it's not. Because when he talks normally, I would be able to hear it.
How can storm clouds and rain, unloved by Aquila, lead the Sky Folk to victory in the Chrysos War? Your character is as weak as your faith. Go seek out a corner untouched by the sun and weep solitary tears in the shadows.
So mean. Come on, we need both sun
That's all
and
you
rain to
lot
make a
know how
good
to do
world.
anyway. Cry in silence.
Then let us show you what we are really made of.
Huh?
You? What are you?
No fighting.
What are you trying to do?
Fanatics whose minds have been muddled by the heat.
But we do
By
know
Aquila
now.
above, meet your demise.
Oh. But it's like, I was gonna say, now we know why it's always sunny in Amphorius. Oh. That's...
What a terrifying memory.
That's, something alright.
The brutal internal strife is sad to see. It appears the Sky Cities didn't fall to external threats after all.
They fell to internal threats, each other.
The proud Sunfolk saw themselves as divinely chosen, exacting long-standing oppression on other tribes. And the Rainfolk suffering beneath them began resenting the divine and plotted their retaliation.
I don't know, I think killing him was justified. I'm kidding, for the record. But common story everywhere. The divine set the stage and the mortals performed the play. This isn't the first time we've witnessed such a scene while trailblazing.
No matter the era, conflict among humans is destined to persist.
Yep, you can't
Having
avoid
witnessed the
conflict.
actions of kindness and the cleaners, it isn't so hard to understand this piece of history.
I'm curious which side won.
There's nothing but empty silence here. I fear there were no winners.
True, but also it kind of feels like the Sun Folk came out on top in the end, since it's still always sunny in Emphorius, like I said.
Hero Seliosi. How did she view the ancient feud between the Sun Folk and Rain Folk? The legends focus on her god-slaying expedition, but are hazy on the fall of the Sky Denizens.
It's kind of like what Hyacinth said she wanted to record when she, you know, graduated and moved on. Like, the lives of the everyday folk. Like, we know of Celiosi's grand adventures, but we know nothing about the Sky Folk and Rain Folks, like, conflict. Like, we know very little about it, at least.
Perhaps I can piece together the true face of history here.
One step at a time. Do you remember the verse that Rain Folk sang, Hyacinth? Perhaps that's the key to unlocking the celestial mural.
Yes, I already memorized it. Now, shall we try to wake it up?
Wake up. Use the celestial globe to activate the celestial mural. Let's do this thing.
Wind, snow, rain, shine. In the name of the sky's 100 eyes, I bring celestial phenomena upon the world.
Oh, so that's like how you activate it, huh?
The turn of dawn and dusk, commanding the celestial globe. Awaken, celestial mural.
Does it work? Oh, yeah, seems to work. Interesting. Pretty cool, too.
Golden clouds, blazing radiance. What a breathtaking scene.
Look, the mark of their manifestation mentioned by the memory fragment. Oh. What is that?
How chilling. I wonder if Aquila is also watching us.
There's always an eye. I mean, it does have 100 eyes, so...
I remember the Rainfolk mentioned the Titan dislikes overcast days. We might be able to use this to our advantage and change how the mark is behaving by changing the weather on the mural.
Wouldn't this affect Alchema?
Don't worry. The mural probably lost its original function ages ago. Alchemist's light comes from the dawn device shouldered by Kefali anyway. That being said, there's no power.
But it's still
in
never
this device
nighttime,
anymore.
which is weird. And
We have to
interesting.
find another celestial globe if we want to change the weather in the mural.
Another one, huh?
There! That circular device. I'm quite familiar with it. That's a west-winged compass of the Twilight Courtyard. We can use it to create a miniature rainbow bridge to walk on. Who knows? It might even lead us to other areas of the Eye of Twilight. Technology passed down from the Golden Age is finally proving useful. Let's go. Leave the adjustments and calibrations to me.
She's very smart. We probably wouldn't be able to get this far without her wisdom. Ooh, an achievement, eh? Activate a celestial mural in the Fortress of Dome Eye of Twilight. In the Fortress of Dome Eye of Twilight for the first time. Climate controller. Let's go. Okay, let's go this way. This music's good. It's epic. The huge golden pool down there.
A boiling pool of gold, said to be the energy source that powers the Eye of Twilight's divinity. You should watch your step as you walk. The mechanical structure is a bit different from the one used in the Twilight Courtyard. How should I put this? It's a little more complicated.
Oh, well that's encouraging. No fun if there's no challenge.
Can you handle it, Hyacinth?
This might take
I
a
thought
while.
Platinum was gonna be like, can you
think
shut
I
up,
can manage.
Trailblazer? Like, can you say something useful for once? Okay, let's activate the compass. Observe the starting point, finish point, and direction of the arrow on the compass and the distribution of red obstacles. Okay. Rotate the rings and on the compass to reach the finish point without running into obstacles by following the arrow directions upon leaving the starting point. The red fan-shaped zone represents obstacles that block the path and the route cannot pass through. Be sure to avoid them when connecting to the route. Or route. My bad, maybe, I don't know. Use the select button to choose a specific ring, then use the rotate button to turn it. When a route has been connected, a hint will appear on the compass. Tap the confirm route button to finalize your route. After confirming a route on the compass, a mechanism will be triggered. A rainbow path will be added to the map according to the specified state of the compass.
Deep breaths and find the way out.
So, okay. I'm guessing this means I have to rotate it. Sorry. So if I go... Okay. Okay. Maybe I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Are they supposed to, like, all point to each other? That doesn't do anything. What am I supposed to do? Or are they all supposed to face up? But it's blocked by the red thing. I don't think I understand. Or wait, maybe this will work. I'm not stupid, I swear. I swear I'm smart. Okay, we got it. That's what I see. Okay, so we want the arrows to create a path from the thing at the bottom. I was not paying that. Well, I was paying attention. But I wasn't. I didn't have the intelligence to keep up. This is why I'm grabbing my coffee in like 5 minutes.
Hey, careful.
Oh. Oh, it's a Lunibus. Lunibus, or whatever. Is that a memory?
Is that a winged Pegasus?
It looks like a mythical beast. But this one doesn't seem hostile towards us. Tiresome. Could it be the legendary?
I'm not entirely sure. We might be able to tell if we get closer.
I was thinking Lunibus. Is that what it's called? Is that what it was called earlier? When what's her name was telling the story. Okay, let's follow this beast. Yeah, mighty on the Rainbow Bridge. Let's go.
Always flanked by 2 winged companions.
Yeah.
Solibus.
Yeah, Lunibus. I was right.
And comrades. If they are still alive, they might help us confront Aquila.
Look at. So okay, so first of all, my steps leave those little, like, you know, pieces on the ground, like make little marks, but it also makes noise. Listen. The little dun 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 dun. That's my footsteps. That's so cool. Sorry, I'll stop. I'll move on. I'll go progress. It's just so cool.
An illusion? Or the memory dissipated?
How strange. That Pegasus was different from the other memories. It was surrounded in an air of sorrow. Oh, it's so heavy that it's hard to breathe.
It's okay, ma'am. You'll get through it.
Lunibus's victim? Did it appear here because it has unfinished business?
If that's really the case, there must be a super strong obsession keeping it in one piece.
The One Piece?
Could it be some remaining bits of
I haven't even
Sylviosi's
watched
will?
One Piece. Every time I see One Piece, I just have to ask the One Piece. It's like a response mechanism in my brain at this point.
We can't be sure of that yet. Let's take the elevator up to the Eye of Twilight's core first.
Got it. Let's go. Let's go take that elevator. Is this it? Activate floating platform. Ooh. Ah. Ugh. Interesting. Okay, no, the Rainbow Bridge is connected. I thought I'd have to do another one of those.
Lady Lunabis? Is that you? Can you hear me? I am the descendant of the hero Celiosi.
I feel like I should wait for her to be done talking before I...
Permission.
Alright, I'm just gonna ignore you guys, if that's cool. I don't really want to fight anyone, I just want to progress in the story. Okay, over this way.
That's another one?
Oh, what the freak?
Careful! It's not a memory phantom! It looks like it's alive! But it's so twisted and very shadowy.
Yay, I love fighting.
Tyson, watch out!
So, you're Lady Lunabis, aren't you?
Shrieking, okay.
And that corrupted being before us must be Lord Solibus. Did you lead us here so we can free your companion?
And by free, she means beat up.
I understand now. You must have been tormented by pain for so long. But you didn't give up. And you've held on to what little is left of your will with such tenacity. Don't be afraid. You're not alone anymore. I am Xynthia, the healer who inherited the hero's bloodline. Celiosi, the Day Thunder Knight, was once your comrade, wasn't she? Lord Solibus, your body has been completely corroded by the Black Tide.
That's sad.
But I can still heal your tenacious soul. Just like Lady Lunabis, even if you've lost your mortal body, your spirit remains pure.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna have to like... there's no saving your body, but your soul will be
Please,
at peace, probably.
keep holding on to what's left of your will, and I will reawaken you as a heroic soul.
And by that, we mean beat him up. Okay, I'm going to depart for a couple of minutes. I'll let you guys read the dialogue options, tell me which one I should choose, but I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'll put a little message in the chat for people who just come in. I'll be back, but grabbing some things, so... Okay, I'm back, so let's get on with it. Let me see. Okay, I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. Well, I wonder how much it understood. Words are done. Time for the bat to do the talking. Do we need to show mercy?
No need, Grady. Solobus isn't an opponent that can be defeated easily. Besides, it must be looking forward to an all-out battle.
Heck yeah, let's beat it up.
Solobus, the sunlit wings that once accompanied the hero. If this battle can remind you of your great deeds
my mic a little bit. There we go.
It would be my honor.
Okay, Finan. Does that mean we get to see Finan in action? Okay, what is this? Due to the presence of Eye of Twilight, all targets on the field will be affected by the weather effects. While in Sunny Day, the battlefield has the temperature effect. At the start of any target's turn, temperature increases. Allies will take continuous burn damage based on temperature. Damage dealt by allied targets increases based on temperature.
Lord Solobus,
Interesting.
control of the black tide.
Ew! So much damage.
Abyss flower, blue.
Bruh.
Thank you for your generosity.
Don't worry, we got this. Luckily, it's not imaginary type, so we're good. Oh well. I still think Mighty will do sufficient damage.
Since you're already here,
we're fine.
Why not have a meal?
I mean, get him, Jojo. Get him.
My back.
Come on, show me your...
His back. Oh. Same, bro. Oh.
Allow me to see you off.
Why does he heal himself so much now?
Receive.
Oh well, we should just get those 2 stacks, so we're good.
That which is seized
a damage
must
boost.
be repaid.
Brennan stands clear before me.
Get him, Mighty.
Spare no effort. Burn it all.
See, he does pretty good damage to it, even though their weakness isn't present. And then we can just do this. Ooh, yeah, get him.
Dying soul, face me.
Okay, this is kind of unfair, actually. Sorry, Solobus.
Your punishment.
My Mighty is kind of strong. Zero cycle, let's go.
Solobus.
Oh. Holy horses, you're actually speaking. Hello, Sister Pegasus.
No need to be surprised. After all, this is a world where even a pink puppy can speak.
So you're admitting that you're a puppy.
Oh, I can't believe I'm calling myself that now, too.
Solobus, you're finally awake.
Roar.
My consciousness has been lost for far too long.
There we go. I was like, is he gonna talk or is he just gonna
I have been released from the
at
Black
us?
Tide's cage. Little girl, are you Celiosi's descendant?
It is me, Lord Solobus. My name is Xynthia, and my companions call me Hyacinth.
Xynthia, you don't have the scent of her on you.
Oh, like the scent of Celiosi?
It's been 1,000 years. Celiosi's blood may have been in my veins.
That's what he means.
But the resolve of the Sky People has never been eroded by time. I've journeyed here to fulfill her dying wish.
I feel like every time Hyacinth shows up to one of these people, they're like, you don't seem like you're fit to take over the core flame of Sky. Like, give her a break.
How much do you
She's doing her best.
about her dying wish?
Hello, James. You spelled it wrong, but I appreciate the effort. It's I-U, not U-I. But that's one of my favorite commands, so...
I know that in order to support the shattered sky, she merged herself with the divine body of the Titan. And I also
We have
know
chat
that she left
interaction.
behind a message, calling on future
Bubble
generations to
gum
one day
flavor,
ascend
look
to the
at
heavens again
hair,
and reclaim
character.
the core flame of
I know.
Aquila.
She's like Barbara if Barbara had a bubblegum color scheme. But I like her as a character, so I can't be mad at the bubblegum, you know, color scheme.
As the legend changed,
This music is epic.
since your people fell to the earth. Girl, you said you're a doctor.
She's a healer.
You know how to heal and tend to wounds with such a weak lot in life. How do you plan to challenge the embodiment of the heavens?
The command is so long it has to be split into two. I have never seen that. Okay, it had 2 messages. I think that's funny, and I think we should keep it that way, though. I love that. I wonder why it's so long. Or, like, why it has to be split into 2 messages. I feel like that's not... That shouldn't be a thing. But good job.
With this long sword, heroic soul.
Finally, working stream commands. I'll finally subscribe. I can finally resubscribe. Ah, see how it is. And my bat, and his spear, and their pink love. My bat.
As you can see,
what is this, Lord of the Rings?
Cynthia's companions and comrades. You've already witnessed our
The Jiaoqiu command is my favorite, though, just because it's just a copy pasta, essentially, of... It's like a short that they had on their... or whatever. YouTube short, probably an Instagram reel as well, that Starrel had. Where, like, Moza reads out a whole, like, thing that Jiaoqiu told him to say. It's just funny. Oh. My door made a funny noise. Love that. They're so mean to Hyacinth. She's just doing her best, and she's a healer, and they're like, that's kind of weak compared to, like, Celiosi, the warrior.
Solibus, let go of your ego and accept their kindness. You've been trapped in time by the Black Tide.
Also, is Lunabis kind of supposed to be a reference to Princess Luna?
I'm not mistaken.
And
the god of war
my little bunny
also fell to the hands of these warriors.
See, now that you explained it, it's even funnier. I'm glad. There is context. I didn't just, like, make that up. Make up the copy pasta, but... The spirit of Cyno lives in me. We'll just say that.
We've laid all the other titans to rest, one by one. Now the final target for the flame chase is the master of this sky fortress. Please guide us to an audience with Aquila. Heroic souls. Celiosi initiated the era of slaying gods and attaining their flames. Even if she could not witness the end of this era, you will all at least bear witness on her behalf.
Hopefully.
Confidence and fierceness. Yes, I do indeed see a shadow of
Cyno is in you? Can't believe you cheat on Kaveh like that. Wow. Yeah. The spirit of Cyno is in me, not Cyno himself. But, I'm just kidding. This is Starrel. Why are we talking about Cyno? Is that a reaction from the Titan?
Maybe they detected our awakening.
Well, perhaps our presence stirred memories of the fierce battle from 1,000 years ago.
We learned from past memories that the Sky Titan fears dark clouds. Would you know more about this topic?
What the memo sprite said is true, but you all still need a guide.
Ugh, I can sense my game is lagging like a little bit. That's fun.
Xynthia and fellow warriors. Let the hunt for the gods start again.
You're right, we should be talking about ZZZ instead. Anyways, protect Ben Bigger at all costs. I'm so tempted to download ZZZ onto my computer and, like, play it on stream, but I feel like I would need to get rid of a different game before I did that. I have so many. Like, I have ZZZ on my phone, but... Oh, a chest. Give me Stellarite Jades. Or Stellar Jades, my bad. That's how it's called.
Buy some new armor for your tribe.
Stellar Jades. Also, something that I found funny in ZZZ was that the voice of like the cat. I think his name is Seth. He's a little cat twink. It's the same voice of as Hatham, and that's just so funny to me. Very different characters.
Yet this place feels the same. Just that there is no more human clamor.
I think if you downloaded all Hoyo games, your stream would look more like a PowerPoint presentation. It already sometimes looks like PowerPoint presentation. Also, is your team just supposed to be an all husbando team? Oh, you mean the one I'm using right now? Like the Mighty team? It's a coincidence, okay? Sunday is one of Mighty's best supports. Jiao is a good all-round support, and Luocha works really well with Mighty because he drains his own HP, and Luocha can restore it quickly and over time. It's just a coincidence. Like, in my Jiao's E1 on accident, so he's one of my best supports, just in general. We're already getting that PowerPoint presentation looking.
This is the Hall of the Sun Folk, where the Sunborn once held grand ceremonies to give thanks for Aquila's gifts.
I have more male characters, by the way. It just doesn't have to be this way.
So, did the Sky Titan really take the side of the Sunfolk?
Everyone thought so until Celiosi's spear pierced through Aquila's wrath.
So, and then what was discovered then?
Did we understand that Aquila wasn't hiding from the clouds and rain, but from the horror that lurked within the unlit shadows?
Ah, the horrors. Yes, the horrors beyond my comprehension. The Black Tide. That thing has been spreading ever since.
The Black Tide's threat has forced the Chrysos heirs to complete our flame chase journey, heading toward the prophecy's miracle of Genesis.
I can buy Sunday, maybe even Luocha, but I do not believe you chose those 4 characters specifically because of their synergy. No, it's good synergy! Because Luocha shreds enemies, like makes them vulnerable so they take more damage. And his ultimate causes enemies to take more damage from other characters' ultimates, and one of Mighty's main sources of damage is his ultimate and his skill. So, like, his skill and ultimate are his big sources of damage. So it's synergy. It's actually because of synergy. And then, like, Sunday, you know, advances his action forward and gives him a damage boost and crit rate boost. And then Luocha just heals him. It's true! I mean, I could put someone else in the place of Jiao, but Jiao also does a lot of damage himself, so...
But you all seem to be revered as heroes.
Waves of outrage. Interesting.
All thanks to those who came before us. Trebios and Aglaya. You must have heard of these 2 names.
So it was those 2 who made it to the end.
What does that mean?
I mean, they didn't, because Aglaya died.
Let's not elaborate on unrelated topics.
Fine.
You now know how to activate the celestial globe. So go and force out the Titan in the mural.
The road got sucked away by the wind fan?
I hate when that happens.
Did Aquila do that?
You have nothing to fear. We can use the power of time to rewind it if we have to.
Wow, how convenient. Yeah. Okay. What is March doing in this demonstration? She's like sick on the ship. What is she doing? Your love of Kaveh makes me not believe that you chose the blonde twink adjacent squad for gameplay reasons, and that's okay. Be who you are. Do you want to see the blonde twink? There's one of those in this game. But I actually don't... Okay, I like Aventurine, but he's not my type, which is might be surprising from someone who loves Kaveh. Okay, there are some wind currents in the Eye of Twilight. Platforms that pass through them will be pushed by the air currents. Change the direction of the wind by rewinding the nearby device that can control the wind currents, allowing the platforms to move to the other side. After using the shrine to enhance prayers, the rewind process will not have a time limit and remains continuous. While a device is rewinding, tap the rewind button to interrupt the rewinding. They're saying rewind a lot. You like alcoholics, not gambling addicts. Got it. Yeah, that's right. Should I say gotcha? Yeah. See, I'm a gambling addict because I play like 50 gotcha games, so I'm not personally into gamblers. Alright. Tap the rewind button to interrupt rewinding, reversing the wind current. With this function, stand on the platform, rewind device, or interrupt the rewinding. Change direction. Okay. Gotcha. That's really comforting. Okay, so I probably need... Do I need this?
Ah, it looks like this device can amplify the power of Orynyx's prayer. Why don't you try to change the wind's direction with this thing, partner?
Yeah,
Now
I thought
the
I
prayer
needed
should
this.
rewind for even longer. Let's try to control the wind's direction with this thing, partner.
Okay, I think I did it. I think that was
Celestial
pretty
globe
good.
is right ahead.
I think I did it.
Aquila to come out.
There's only room for one gambling addict in this household, Xynthia, probably. It's true. There's only room for one. I can be the only one. Only me.
Dawn and dusk, commanding the celestial globe. Change celestial mural. Celestial shift. Didn't work?
Perhaps the device has been damaged during these long, merciless years. Do you see those two giant circuits on either side of the hall? Maybe we should try fixing them.
These circuits all seem to be corroded by the black tide.
Dang, if only we had
Here's
the
hoping
power
those
of
two
time.
prophecy tablets can help us out.
So do I have to go back? Oh, I'm going this way. I'm like, do I have to run all the way back? That'd be kind of like, okay. Hey guys, we're just gonna ignore that, and we're just gonna keep going.
Consider it your reward.
Oh, I don't need to do that right now. That can stay there. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Oh, not one of these. I'm kind of bad at these, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I feel like I need the big ones. Or... no. Do you think this... maybe I'm actually a genius. Never mind. First try. But that one was pretty easy. Some of them are pretty difficult.
Smooth sailing so far. We've got one more circuit to fix. Let's
Okay,
keep going and find the tablet on the other side.
Blah, 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 blah. I love when they tell me what to do so directly and I don't get to figure it out on my own. I guess they want to leave no room for, doubt. Oh, I guess I have to go over there, so I have to fight these guys. Dang. Oh well. Oh well.
Turn up the heat.
Oh, hit that one. I hate these guys. They do so much damage, and for what?
Let's settle this.
And we'll let Watcha heal so we can get healing.
Thank you for your generosity.
That which is seized must be repaid.
And then Sunday we'll do this.
Bid you farewell. Come on, show me your burn it all.
Boom, boom. Bam. Oh no, he did damage.
It's of no consequence.
He's fine. I think we'll be good here. Oh, well. Don't worry. You'll hit him real hard here. It seems kind of unnecessary. Oh wait, I got this. Lurking.
Dying soul, face me.
Oh, I can't target it because it's in this lurking state. People, when they're in my chat and they don't type anything.
Your punishment.
Don't worry. Jeedle Jam is not a leaker. It's a leaker? A lurker. He's always typing something.
Turn up the heat.
How do we get it to not be doing that? My reference might just to that battle. Okay, thanks. I really needed to hear that right now. That's really what I need people typing in my chat.
What you seek is what you shall receive. Serenity stands clear before me.
He's gonna keep going. I'm not even pressing a button, by the way. This is just how Mighty works. Oh. It just disappears. Okay. Easy peasy. I'll leave... That one can do its own thing. Okay, I have to do the hidden passage thing. I'm pretty good at these. There we go. You just gotta rotate it one way.
Problems are solved.
Cheetah Cham's not a lurker, but I wish he was.
That's the most basic principle.
I won't comment on that. I will open this chest and get my rewards. Okay, where am I going now? Over there. Okay. Probably I can ignore... The tablet is right ahead.
Finally made it. Hopefully, this is enough to fix the celestial glow.
Get some healing. Okay. I need to... Hey, come back, my friend. Okay, I have to do this one as well. Oh boy. I think I'll just go with what I did last time. I feel like... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm pretty smart. I got this. So it's all good now. We're rebuilding ancient computers from a long-lost era. Okay. So now we have to go down there. No, I'm not gonna... I think I have to go back. How far do I have to go back? Oh wait, I can just go down. Of course I can. If only I paid more attention to my surroundings, then this wouldn't be a problem. Who's perfect, really? Okay. I guess they're just telling me I can go that way. Let's do this thing. Yippee! Purify that. So we can actually get across. Okay, this should work this time. Surely. Let's operate the celestial globe.
Dawning dusk, commanding the celestial globe. Change celestial mural.
A laser cannon. The mark has disappeared again?
Looks like they're still avoiding us. I wonder if it's cowardice, or if they have something up their sleeve.
I don't know. The Titans are weird.
Of present has long lost their sanity, but instinct still drives them to flee from the shadows, to evade the Black Tide's encroachment.
I like to imagine she didn't need to say all that to work the cannon, she just wanted to feel cool. For sure. Although she definitely did have to say it because, you know, we saw a flashback earlier of someone saying it to operate the... I don't know what I forget what it's called, the mural. And so it's a necessity, but she just says it to be like, haha, I'm a cool anime girl. She does have the look for like one of those Sailor Moon looking, you know. Does the hero's consciousness still remain?
I have no knowledge of Celiosi's situation, but I am certain that the will behind that mark is not hers. She would not abscond like a disgraceful deserter, willingly exiled by the pursuit of dark clouds. It is time to leave this place. Lunavis awaits you at the next stop.
A moment, please, Lord Solibus. I have one more thing I wish to do.
What is it, girl?
To honor the pact with Selioci. Her descendants spent a millennium looking up at the sky. I believe my countless ancestors who lived for that purpose deserve to know the truth behind her legend. If you don't mind us knocking on the gates of the past, maybe I can peek into this place's history.
See if he agrees to that.
To hold Orynyx's miracle. I have no authority to prevent you from delving into the past.
True, we can just kind of do that whenever we want.
Gray, could I please ask you for this favor? I want to show the truth to my ancestors waiting on the other side.
The legend is a lie. Leave it to us. This is your right.
If there are falsehoods in the legends, then there must be a reason for its embellishment.
You know, there's that whole thing about how the victors tell the story, but, you know, people might want to leave out maybe some of Celiosi's shortcomings or flaws.
The scene
or whatever.
here and the previous memories gave me a bad feeling. What else did the Skyfolk encounter after Selioci challenged the god? I must figure out the truth behind the legend, even if it's for my ancestors' sake.
Hyacinth, you're such a good child. Don't worry, I'm here.
Is she a child? Okay, maybe I'm stupid, but I kind of felt like she was an adult, and she was just really short. But I don't know. The way the Vectors told the story, just like Despicable Me. You just got vectored.
The memories surging here are even more intense than at the entrance.
So
I'll
true.
gather them up now, and mold them, and mold them.
Okay, she's really molding those memories, or they're really molding those memories. I don't know.
Thank you, Millie. Everyone, please witness history with me.
Roger that. She's outlined kind of silly. I mean, that's what half the fandom thinks about all the female cast. Oh, well, you know. Investigate.
Daughter of Dusk.
This is why I only pull for male characters now.
I knew it! The child with the blood of 2 feuding clans will one day destroy the Sky Castrum.
2 feuding... Does Hyacinth have that, or is it supposed to be... Are they talking about Selioci?
Will you really point the tip of your spear at our god? Stay in your hand. Your recklessness will only bring divine retribution.
Man's really using his hands to talk. The sun... Shouldn't I be talking? Where's the voice? Where'd it go? Anyway, the Sun folks are facing off against Selioci. Listen to this part of history? Yes. I want to listen. I want to know the lore. I don't want to skip it.
Those innocent children of the earth were sentenced to total annihilation by the god above, while they had nothing more than mere curiosity for things that lie beyond the sky. Look at yourselves. You call yourselves the Sunborn, yet you're unable to bear the blinding sunlight. You even consider sunburns and blisters as a gift from the gods.
Ew. NPCs are like bees, they have to dance to communicate. So true.
You declare yourselves the chosen.
Sometimes they have interesting little gestures that they do, but he was like really using those hands to talk, you know.
Upon the true threat of this world. Instead, you raise your swords and rattle them at your weaker brethren.
Oh, I was like, I recognize this voice. I'm pretty sure this is the Pyro Archon from Genshin Impact. And she doesn't have red hair, actually. I was gonna say, I think this character has red hair. Never mind. But
you are all beyond saving. My father was
she's probably just as cool as the Pyro Archon, so there's that. I mean, not cool. That's incorrect, actually.
And guided me towards the light. He taught me wherever there is light, there is hope. Wretched people. I see no hope left in any of you. Even a shadow has more dignity than you lot.
She's roasting them.
Even so, Daughter of Dusk. Even so, you should not shatter our faith.
Not just our faith. Aquila forged the sky. Nay, they are the sky itself. If they fall, what will this world turn into?
A prophecy echoes from the horizon's edge. It
They got
heralds
burned.
the advent of a
Sunburned.
new age,
Exactly. They
one
love the
not
sky.
ruled
They love
by
the sun
titans,
too much.
but created
You know they're
by
getting
mortal
roasted by Celiosi. The day Thunder Knight, you know.
I choose to believe in that prophecy. I must believe in any sign that promises to break the chains imposed on us by the old era. Any sign that will lead us to a new chapter of the world. If you wish to stop me from slaying the god, you'd better muster your courage.
I mean,
and
if the
draw
god
your
is
bows.
corrupt,
Let's see if I will be pierced.
then maybe we shouldn't let the god keep ruling, you know?
You will be burned to ash by Solibus.
How can we even fight you? You're the powerful Day Thunder Knight, a warrior goddess capable of trampling all land.
That's the thing. You can't fight against her, you know? She's too strong.
I am not a god, but the only mortal in this cage who is brave enough to defy the Warden.
The Warden? From Minecraft? I'm kidding. But that's literally the first thing I thought of. The sun folks in the memory fall silent. Their expressions are ashen despite being under the bright sunlight.
See, you are all truly weak beyond measure. The hunting ground beckons. Come, Solibus!
The hero Celiosi, disillusioned by the Sun Folk's deeds, decided to sever the source of it all. The god they so blindly placed their faith in.
She was brimming with compassion at that time. Her words were bursting with anger, but her heart had nothing but mercy for the children of humanity.
She seemed like a cool lady. Too bad she will not be a playable character and is stuck in the times of the past.
That time.
At that time, yeah.
We should get going, Xynthia.
Maybe she wasn't always so
Luminous is
compassionate,
waiting
though.
for you all. Aquila has fled to the other end of the fortress. Let's chase after them.
Let's give chase. Okay.
Lunabis will lead the way.
Princess Luna from My Little Pony. Hi, Xynthia. Now I have to pull for the character. Just kidding. I will not do such a thing. I need to wait. I need to pull for Finan when he comes out, I think. Which is not this patch, but next patch. More Stellar Jades. Let's go.
Consider it your reward.
Oh, there's Lunabis. My good friend.
Here.
Aquila. Even though they had been corrupted by the Black Tide, they still maintain a connection with their kin in this fortress.
There's the mark of Aquila staring at us. The one big eye. They're behind us as well. Maintain formation and don't get surrounded.
You think to hinder us, imprisoned Titan?
I wonder why you're pulling for Finan instead. No, actually,
We will make you understand.
'Cause-
that resistance is futile.
That's so cool of you to say. I actually, when I first met Finan in the story quest, I was like, eh. You know, I kind of just saw him as like too much of a main character. Like he has too much.
How about letting the enemy strike first? Turn up the heat.
Okay, there's only one round. One wave.
Let this place witness glory.
But as I've been playing this quest specifically, he's grown on me a lot. And not because he's just like attractive. Because literally when I first saw him, like when he was like leaked along with the other characters, not like leaked, but shown.
Spare no effort.
Like when
Let this place witness burn it all.
when Hoyoverse released some of the art for the upcoming characters, I was like, he looks cool. Kind of reminds me of some other characters I've seen. Chocho's gonna die, probably.
It's better to make no move.
How do I salvage this? I know. I actually know.
Eternal sleep is not the end.
IDK, you had a long pause before you came up with an answer.
The dead will
I literally cannot play a game and talk at the same time. I don't know why I decided to be a streamer. It's a bad idea. I get distracted so easily. Just don't attack.
Burn it all.
No worries, he's still alive. He's still going. He'll be fine.
This flower, bloom.
Thank you for your
Okay,
generosity.
well that works.
I will overcome the thorns. Serenity stands clear before.
But I don't know. But when I met him in the quest, I thought Phaidon was too main character-y for me. But this quest line has actually made me appreciate him a lot more. Also, have you seen his animations yet? Because I'm not gonna say I look at leaks, but I know, but I can use that to cyberbully you. Thank you, I appreciate it. The mark of manifestation. It fled to the other side of the mural.
Don't stop. Follow it to the Titan. Even if plunged into madness, Aquila is still the Sky Titan. We mustn't let our guard down.
Also, it might just be because I'm missing Mighty, you know, because Mighty isn't...
Heroes, over here.
Mighty isn't, in the story right now because he's fighting in a war. My husband went to war. He hasn't come back, and so I miss him. And so now it's like, the only hot dude alive is Finan.
Let's keep going.
Because Anaxa is also dead.
West Wind compass.
I guess Mighty's not dead, but Anaxa is, so... And Anaxa is not really for me, you know. I have him. I pulled for him, I got him, but... Let's just say other friends of mine, he's more their type. Oh, yay, healing. I think, Jeetle Jam, you know what friends I'm referring to. Okay. Let's activate the compass. Ugh! I have to use my brain again. If there are treasure icons on the connected route, you can obtain them by traveling to their corresponding positions in the location. There are multiple ways to connect routes with a single compass, but there's normally only one type of route that passes through all the treasures. Interact with the compass again to edit the route. Fine. I was gonna say, I think I know exactly which friend you were talking about. Yes. Who else would like the super smart, kind of insane characters, right? Okay, let's... So I need this one. And then... Yeah, that looks correct. That looks like it'll work.
Look, the Rainbow Bridge is leading us to our next destination.
Let's go. This is like Rainbow Road from Mario Kart. Just no one blue shell me on my way out, okay? Or whatever. There are different kinds of shells. I feel like the blue shells are pretty bad, right?
How are you so certain that you could free Solibus from suffering?
My apologies, Lady Lunibus. I was not all that certain. But if even the healer loses hope,
I'm just letting
then how
her
will
talk.
the patients repossess
So.
their hope for life?
Blue shelling you ready to go over a ramp so you fall off the map. Thank you, I appreciate it. Also, listen carefully to the path as I walk on it. I was doing this earlier, it's so much fun. Makes that ding 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 ding, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, more Stellar Jades. It's more important than Rainbow Road making silly noises as I walk over it. It's like satisfying though. That's why I like it. Okay. Activate floating platform. Okay. was like, what? Am I getting shot at? No. I will say, the only reason I might pull for Hyacinth, just to show, look at that fat little Pegasus-looking guy. He's my favorite. He's so silly, and he makes silly noises, so... That's the only reason why I might pull for her, but... I feel like I gotta wait. The Titan can here appear to have been corrupted by the Black Tide.
The Black Tide is a calamity from beyond the sky. If that's true, the sky's defenses would naturally be the first to be breached.
Let's keep going. Listen to my little tune. Thicasus, my beloved. I know, it's so cute. I think, for me, I think Hyacinth's a rerun character. I think if I were to get her, I'd just wait for a rerun. Hopefully at a time when I don't want anyone else, but because I feel like every time I say, I'll get them on a rerun, they end up releasing a character I actually want, like, not far away from that character. You know, they like to do that to me. These murals seem to depict more than just the Sky Titan. Shall we stop for a look? Shall we? Okay, so that's Celiosi's blade. Oh, sorry, Mighty. I'm just trying to look. I'm not trying to be indecent. I mean, he's wearing, like, armored pants, so it's probably not that bad. Anyway, we have the blade of Celiosi piercing the Sky Titan's eye. We have... I wonder if this is Celiosi containing the core flame. That looks like the Chalice of... That looks like Fagusa, because the Chalice of Plenty is Fagusa's thing. And then we have Georios' hammer, maybe? Oh, yes, because the Sky, Earth, and Water Titans are... He got his whole boobs out. He's the one being indecent. You're right. But the Sky, Earth, and Water Titan are all together in a group. Since there are like 4 different groups of the 12. 4 different groups of 3 Titans, because there are 12 Titans. Okay, hello Lunibus. What's next?
I shall lead you into the Rain Folk's Hall.
Let's listen to Celiosi's childhood story.
Legend has it Celiosi's father was a Sun Folk warrior who spent his years fighting and rarely returned to the Eye of Twilight. Her childhood was mostly spent beside her mother, a Rainfolk priest.
Correct.
So Celiosi was the blend of Sunfolk and Rainfolk.
Between the 2 tribes began intensifying. The Rainfolk feared the other half of Celiosi's bloodline, and never truly saw her as one of their own.
Growing up in such an environment,
Yet she bore no hatred for her people, and still grew into a passionate young lady.
That's good for her. She seems like a cool lady. Again, it's too bad she's stuck in NPC Legends area.
Into terror.
What? But the epic said Celiosi left to live in solitude, so she could train her spirit and hone her martial skills. I never would have imagined that she was cast out of her tribe for her lineage and her golden blood.
Even so, she did not despair. She met Solibus and me while she was living alone. We hunted, spent our days together, and forged an alliance.
That's nice.
I think that oath, stronger than fate itself, kept Solibus and me here to watch over this abandoned fortress.
Despite experiencing betrayal and exile at the hands of her own people,
I like how he's the one talking, but we're looking at Hyacinth.
What? Path to slay the gods for them.
He's over there. He's on the left. Just pan the camera a little to the left and a little bit up, because Hyacinth's like my height. Probably.
Was Celiosi's love for humanity truly so boundless and unconditional?
Oh, there's little Ika. Yay! Ika! I'm just gonna cheer every time this thing comes on screen.
Little Ika, why did you run out on your own?
This little one.
It makes the most... Wish Mighty was the voice for Mem.
You're saying you smell a familiar scent on Lady Lunibus?
Is Ika the descendant of Lady Lunibus? Yo, Thickus is sighting. He's my favorite. No way, this fat little... There's a particular word I want to use, but I also am gonna try and be like a fairly family-friendly streamer. But this fat effer is the descendant of Lady Lunibus.
They look completely different. But little Ika should also be a winged beast, right?
By all known laws of aviation, this thing should not be able to fly.
Could it be?
My son. What?
A miracle of fate. Perhaps we did leave something behind for this world. Celiosi.
I feel like that was phrased a little weirdly. Surely this isn't Lunibus and Celiosi's child. That would be so weird. Maybe just Lunibus and Solibus or something.
Lunibus? Is little Ika your...
Please press on, flame-chasing heroes. I can sense it.
Lady Lunibus did
Radiance
what?
of Aquila shines ever brighter.
She's a what? She's a mother? In her old age of dead? My bad. Thickus was so real for what he just said. When he went... I felt that. I can make the noise, and I did it last time on stream, but I'm so worried about people's ears. I don't think anyone was listening at the time I made those noises.
Where did the Sky Folk go?
There's a bug over here I can catch, but I'm not gonna do that. That's for later.
Just like the
We're just
countless
gonna
tribes
put the
throughout
camera like
history.
this. You know?
They were drowned in the dark clouds of time.
I could, if I sit really far away from my from my mic, maybe I could make the noise, but then I can do it. I can do it in a lower pitch too. Do it in your cool. Do it in your cool. The people yearn for the thickest impression. Oh, do I give into peer pressure so easily?
They are indeed here.
I would say like make a donation and I'll imitate it, but I'm not monetized, so I can't ask for donations. So
The celestial globe is right ahead.
that's the downside of being a 37 subscriber account.
Looks like we can't skip this fight. Let's go get them.
I want to skip this fight.
It's another one of those
can't
devices
do
that
it.
can enhance prayers. Can I leave that to you, partner?
I really need to put my all into that. It's hard to get like 38, get it right, SMH. Is it 38? Let me check. Last I checked, I was at 37. Oh, I'm back at 30. I am at 38. What the heck? Well, someone subscribed. That's nice. Oh, wait. I need to grab this thing. Man. Yo, I think it's this impression. Let's go. Will this be my thing now? I'll just make the... Okay, now I can stop it and let it take me to the other side. I'm so cool for that. Okay. Let's fight this thing. A titankin that was corroded by the black tide. It seems it's stronger than before.
The
Thanks,
forest
Don
consumed by
Hung.
madness.
Voiced by
It
me.
must have also faithfully served the Titan, don't you think?
Should be your new follower sound alert. Oh, you think so? Maybe I can record a... I don't know if I can get a follower sound alert. Or... Okay, I can get, like... I'd have to look it up, actually. I'd have to look into my... Look at my stream elements and see what I can do. I think I have one for, like, people donating. But, again, since I'm a 38 subscriber channel, I can't get any, like, super chats or anything.
No healer can heal all, especially faced with souls that are trapped deeply in the clutches of pain.
She's like, I'm a healer, but... Coxgun.
Granting it a dignified end may be the most compassionate act of all.
To be fair, she does deal a lot of damage because her healing skill's on attack. I think. Kind of like Luocha, but better because she has little Ika.
Receive divinity.
Thank you for your generosity. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here,
Ciao, ciao.
why not
Let's
have
go.
a meal?
Come on, show me your courage.
All right, let's go.
Forever do. Sheer
Oh, he already activated it. That's crazy. Usually that takes him like 2 turns to get it, but
Allow me to see you off.
I have a feeling he's gonna like one-shot this thing
Abyss flower, bloom.
so easily.
I can't die. That which is seized must be repaid.
Thanks.
I have heard the call, loud and clear.
I still think it's so funny that Mighty's voice actor is the son of Kronk's voice actor. What do you mean his... What do you mean his son is a voice actor in a silly little gacha game? Both of his sons, or 2 of his sons. I don't know if that's both of them. 2 of his sons. Oh no, it did 111,000 damage and killed it.
Rest now, Titankin.
Bring Mighty out to play.
This
Pull the
celestial
lever,
glow
Mighty.
looks complete,
Exactly.
But it still won't start. Is there something wrong internally?
I can't type. Well, I read it wrong. I said pull the lever. Probably because I knew what you were trying to say, so in my mind I just read it correctly. I don't know. Look there, those massive objects that look like hard drives. What drives?
Hard drives?
Ahem, sorry, let me rephrase. Do you see those 2 structures that are glowing blue on both sides? Some of them are protruding out, not fully inserted into the slots, so they are hard drives. I'm so sorry for that. My intuition tells me that they have something to do with the energy source of the celestial globe.
Your intuition.
I like how I said, I want to be a slightly family-friendly streamer, and then I pull out jokes like that. Maybe I should not talk like I'm an 8th grade boy.
The hand of Zagreus always appears when it's most needed.
Lady Lunibus, if it's not too much trouble, please wait for a little longer.
I'm trying to be family-friendly. I have never heard a streamer lie so much. I'm just a liar, what can I say?
Have to do the work. I've wandered
She's
around
with her
here for
son.
1,000 years, so this
Yo,
brief moment
little
of
Ika.
prize is waiting. Furthermore, I would like to have a moment alone with this little one.
She wants to have a conversation with her son. I have my son right here. His name is Bubbles. Or I think technically the chimeras are just called they, so. But it can be my son still, right? Gotta go for now, but have a great stream. Bye. Bye-bye. Nice having you in chat, Jito Jam. Thanks for joining. Maybe the Hand of Zagreus can help us put the hard drive back to where it's meant to be. You're an expert at that. Am I? 225. Okay, okay. We're doing well, actually. I thought maybe I was way past my usual stream time, but I'm having a great time. I think having people participating in chat really helps me feel like I'm having a good time. Okay, Hand of Zagreus. Let's... Okay, let's go to this one first. I'm assuming I have to, like, punch it, right? Alright. Let's go.
That's certainly pretty crude and simple.
Hey, I'm the trailblazer. I think a lot of things I do are crude and simple.
All good. Let's keep going.
Okay, last one. It's reacting. Guess like my guess was right, or whatever he said.
More skilled at handling the Hand of Zagreus. Let's go. We should return and check on the celestial globe.
Okay, fine, I'll disengage. It's kind of fun using that thing, though. Can I listen? I can't listen to their oh wait, I can. Maybe.
Your parents and their parents, have they always been by the Skyfolk side? That is quite comforting.
Aw, that's cute. Cute. I'm guessing Ika's just more of a descendant of Lunabis more than like her son, but still.
Celestial globe. Blot out the blazing sun, celestial mural.
Let's blot out the blazing sun. Oh, the eye's kind of freaking out.
Has left.
We've already changed 2 scenes on the mural. Where else can they go?
In the direction that the denizens of the sky have prayed to their whole lives. Upward.
Upward and onward, let's go. Will they fly beyond the clouds to heights that are beyond our reach? As far as we know, it was Aquila that placed the curse on this world, preventing Amphorians from ever reaching the realm beyond the sky.
A curse that fell from the sky. I can't verify the truth of this claim. When Seliosi fought Aquila, the Titan's incarnation did ascend into the skies, but they never attempted to break through the sky's veil to escape our pursuit.
Could it be that they too were unable to break through the heavens? It's not impossible. Perhaps the interpretation of the myth is inaccurate. It might be someone else who seeks to prevent the Amphorians from reaching the world beyond the sky. The theory of this being a simulation?
Regardless, we can only know the truth after we've defeated them. Before we press on. Partner, Mem, let's unveil the history for Hyacinth. The true story behind the legend is yet to be fully revealed.
It's true, I guess.
Okay, leave it to me.
Go, Mem, go.
Flowing, gathering, recollection, reveal.
I don't think you needed to say that, Mem, in order for us to see it. Okay, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be back in just a minute. So, hopefully, it won't take me too long. Sorry, what am I doing? Okay. Okay, I've returned. I'll put my earbuds in real quick. And then I'll probably finish up this flashback and then call it quits for now. And then I'll continue this story later. We'll see though. If this is like super short, then.
Daughter of Dusk, who has permitted your return to this sacred land of the Cloudborn? Bearing the blood of heresy and curse of gold, exile is your eternal sentence.
Right, because back in the day, being a Chrysos was seen as like a bad thing.
My kin of old.
Listen.
I am no longer the immature fledgling I once was. I found my wings. The shackles you bound me with have rusted away, and I shall decide which direction I'll fly. As for this return home, before I embark on my god-slaying
But what if they did
quest,
make Seliosi playable later
those
on?
who
You know?
worship the god who is
What if
about
they
to
were cool
die
like that?
deserve to know everything.
So, the dreadful rumors are true. The cursed daughter of Dusk, the invincible Daith under night, will soar into the heavens to challenge the Titan.
Why would you do this, Seliosi? You were once such a warm-hearted girl. In this hall of the Cloudborn, you prayed so devoutly to Aquila.
I've seen through the Titan's indifference and grown weary of the tragic dances mortals perform.
Is this
under
what
neglect.
Sorry. Solibus? Sorry. Why am I was like Heliobus, but I'm like, that's not right. Solibus was saying about her no longer being compassionate, or maybe this is just the perception of the people saying that she's not compassionate anymore.
I see how you blame the god for their favoritism, yet lack the courage to rebel against the core of your beliefs. You're quick to turn your blades on your kin, but you never dare to confront the true source of your hatred. I feel sorry for you. I grew up among you, and once saw myself as part of this tribe. The persecution you've suffered runs deep. For that, I understand your hatred towards me. And I forgive you for casting me out.
Wow. Takes a lot to forgive someone.
Out of care
for
you
any
all,
wrongdoing against you.
I'll walk this path on behalf of everyone.
But she saw this as a way to help
Let
everyone,
the fall
you know.
of the Eye of Twilight mark the dawn of a new chapter in history. Upon my return, there will be no more unjust gods. When a broken faith finally
But she never
disappears,
really returned,
the children
huh?
of humanity will be reborn. The skies will mend, and the divide between day and night will fade away.
You are so naive, daughter of Dusk. So powerful, yet so innocent. I fear you. I can't imagine how twisted you may become when you realize that shallow and fragile mortals can't bear the immense weight of your boundless love.
Farewell, my kin.
Oh, the silence is
I'll always
deafening.
remember the tenderness you once showed me. Meager, but refreshing. Like gentle rain. Fly, Lunabis.
Lady Celiosi's resolve to slay the Titan was as firm as her farewell to her people was dismal.
Yet, from this memory, I sense something ominous. What happened later, Lady Lunabis?
Rather than listening to me, continue onward and witness for yourselves.
Really?
Follow the trail Aquila has left, heroes. This time, I will guide you alongside Solibus. Sorry, little one. I hope we still have time to talk later.
It's cute. Okay, what time is it? Summertime. Okay, it's 2:35. Well, not like time-wise here. I've just been streaming for that long. So, you know, maybe I'll join up with Solibus first, and then I'll call it quits. I just want to keep knowing what's going on, you know, I just want to keep going, but also acknowledge. Can I? Okay, no. I was like, can I put it away? I cannot. But maybe we'll meet up with Solibus first, and then we'll call it quits. Because I don't want to...
Celiosi is such a mighty hero.
I don't want to go too
Yet her
far, you
partner,
know?
who must have walked with her to pass on her bloodline, was completely unrecorded. Was he also a warrior? Or perhaps...
You will soon have your answer, Miss Hyacinth.
Yeah, that's great. Can I have my answer now? Like, why can't you just tell me? They're like, that's not for... you to know right now.
Lord Solibus is waiting for us.
I wonder what happens when we meet up with him. Will I have to fight Aquila? That would be so much fun, right? Okay, there he is. Let's talk to our friend. Oh, there's the eye. It's fleeing again.
They soared toward the mural's dome. I remember that place.
I remember too, Solibus.
Listen to the final battle between Celios and Aquila. Oh yeah, let's finish up this, you know.
Exactly. What happened there?
At the celestial mural's dome, we dealt Aquila a fatal blow. The sunlit wings set the Titan's wings aflame.
The moonlit plume sealed the divine body.
The battered hero of the sky pierced the last monstrous eye. It seems that the legend describing the decisive battle was true.
But some things cannot be recorded. They were only witnessed by us.
I see.
Would you mind sharing more, honored ones?
After Aquila's defeated scream, we looked to the ground. The people who watched us fight. We saw the expressions on their faces.
Old and young, adults and children alike. They all share the same expression. Pure, unshakable terror.
I mean, if you slay a god, I feel like that does make you kind of scary, right? But I feel like Celios's reason for doing it was good, so...
Our victory brought no cheers or celebrations. The terrified crowd became chaotic, screaming and trampling each other. When they realized that their centuries-old faith had been overturned by a cursed child of two clans.
So it's also about the fact that, like, the gods that they revered so much could be slain by a mere mortal.
They regressed into senseless beasts that devoured their own kin.
Oh.
No. That would be an insult to beasts.
Oh.
Solibus and I have never witnessed such madness. Not even in the wildest corners of Amphorius.
That's really scary and tragic. Their faith drove them mad. Celiosi was indeed rather naive.
This doesn't align with the historical records.
She just didn't know what the consequences would be of her actions. She thought she was just doing a good thing, but
determined to fight to the end.
What she didn't realize how her actions in slaying Aquila would, I guess she didn't slay Aquila, but in defeating Aquila, what that impact would have on the people.
To prevent Aquila from using the sky of Amphorius as a weapon to crush the earth. The hero Celiosi chose to sacrifice herself, sealing the Titan in the process.
Legends and epics have always erased the cruelty, the bloodshed, and the cries of the commoners, while glorifying the heroes and their triumphs.
That's why Hyacinth wants to record what the common people believed and how they reacted to everything, what their stories were.
You'll witness a side of the legend that's never been told, young Xynthia, with a truth hidden for a millennium before you. Can you still walk with the same conviction?
It will be a harsh truth, one that is bound to shake your beliefs. Are you ready to face it, Miss Hyacinth?
I am ready, honored ones.
It's like, whether or not she's truly ready, I think she's also like, I should know the truth, you know?
No matter what the hidden history holds, the spirits of my ancestors will urge me to make the right choice. This mission is far more important than my personal feelings or biases. If
Biases? I say biases, is that wrong?
Am I incorrect? For 1,000 years. I have to believe the one who created it had their reasons and struggles. And for those reasons. I choose to believe they came from a place of goodwill. That's how I see the world.
Not everyone comes from a place of goodwill, though. I'm sure she knows that, though.
Since you've made your decision, keep moving forward. I've called forth the Rainbow Bridge. Proceed along its path to the Dome, where the entwined fates of humanity and the Titan must be resolved.
Okay, I think that's where we'll call it for now. So, that's the end for this part. Gotten quite far. I think next time we'll probably have to engage Aquila in a battle of some kind, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I am busy Saturday and Sunday, so I probably will not be able to stream tomorrow or the day after. Monday will probably be the soonest time I can get back on again, so I will see you guys then. If you enjoyed this stream at all, and you, enjoy the content, or you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys Monday, probably.